had to come to terms with the fact that there was going to be disappointment for someone along the way.
You there? May you live forever.
How could you do it? How could you do this to us? You had a killer game series. You had the amazing book series that everything is based off of. You had a veritable plethora of source material right there at your fingertips. You had it. How did you mess up a show based off the Witcher series so insanely bad that you only got 5 pitiful seasons out of it? Now, I'm not going to pretend like I didn't like the first season. I did have a problem with some of the casting choices. No, I'm not a bigot. I just wanted it to be realistic and accurate to the lore, but whatever. Call me a racist if you want. It was annoying. But that being said, the first season was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I thought the way they played with the timelines was great. I enjoyed that. How do you mess it up? We should have had a killer series. That show should have been amazing. It should have been. There's no reason that it should not have worked. You really didn't have that much work to do because you had all of the source material ready to go. You just had to film it, read it, act it out, film it while they do that, edit it, put it out. That's it. You couldn't have done that. You had to subvert expectations. You couldn't help yourself. You had a massive fan base ready to go, but you had to subvert expectations and piss all over that. Let's not pretend like anybody who likes the game doesn't like the books. I, probably like a lot of other people, found The Witcher from Witcher 3. That's the first game I played. Fell in love with it. Absolutely love that game. 10 out of 10. I hate people give 10 out of 10. There's very few things I would give a full score to. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is a 10 out of 10. The game is a masterpiece. It's great. Love it. I'll probably play it forever and ever. Anyway, that led me, I was like, this game that I love dearly is based off of books. I freaking love books. Started reading the books. Then I heard the Netflix show was coming out. I was so stoked. Not anymore. I gave up in season 2. The Yennefer side story, the killing killing Eskel. Like, why? For what? That was so dumb. It didn't have any emotional impact because he basically showed up and you killed him. So you didn't build any relationship in the show that we should even care about Eskel. But people who read the books were like, this is so annoying. So who was that for? I don't understand. I'm going to be reading from a Forbes article here. It says, Netflix announces the end of The Witcher as first glimpse of season 4 drops. Netflix's The Witcher is coming to an end, the streaming giant announced. Netflix announced the renewal of the show's 5th season, noting that it will also be its last. Fans of the show have been waiting to learn more about the upcoming 4th season. No, they haven't. Nobody. There's been no 4th season. I'm going to jump right on down. Here's some words from the show. Oh, here, what do they say here? Oh, the creator and showrunner. She's not the creator. Let's get that out of the way. Lauren Hessrich said this. It is with huge pride that we begin shooting our penultimate season of The Witcher with a stellar cast, including some exciting new additions led by Liam Hemsworth as Geralt of Rivia. That is not an exciting new addition. You had the literal best person you could possibly ask for to play Geralt of Rivia. You had Henry Cavill. The guy loved the source material. He loved the character. He did an amazing job with the voice. You probably don't care about that, Lauren Hessrich, but for us who do, especially those of us that love the game, thought he did an amazing job. Stellar performance. Even the author of the book said he was amazing. Let's go read his words. In Andrzej Sapkowski's, I might be saying his name wrong because, I don't speak Polish. I'm just going to call him Andrzej Sapkowski. That's the best I can do. I was more than happy with Henry Cavill's appearance as the Witcher. He's a real professional. Just as Viggo Mortensen gave his face to Aragorn, so Henry gave his to Geralt, and it shall be forever so. Imagine being so good at your job, at portraying a role based off an author's books, that author is like, yeah, you're exactly what I had in my head. You are it. Like, you are the face of my character. You did such a good job. And then the showrunners are like, oh man, yeah, I don't know, but you really want to keep close to the source material, and I don't really like that. So we gotta, get you out of here, you pariah. Here's why, and I absolutely believe the claims that the writers hated The Witcher, the source material, the books. Because I'm confident that these writers are all college-educated D-bags with English degrees or some kind of liberal arts degree. And they probably read a bunch of books from female authors from around the world and the story of immigrants living in America. And they're probably super proud that they've never watched the Star Wars movies. These are the kind of people that get degrees like that in college. That's what the professors are like. I know, because I took a lot of classes like that when I was going to college, and it's so annoying. It's the most pretentious BS you've ever seen. If you have never gone to a college class in a humanities specialty or English literature, writing, whatever, I suggest go sit in on one and see what it's like. It's so pretentious. That's why I believe the claims that these writers hate the Witcher books. I don't doubt it. And I'm positive that when they got to it and they got on this project, they're like, okay, we gotta subvert some expectations. A lot of these things in this book are problematic. We gotta modern audience-nize this material. We cannot be true to this because it's problematic. I guarantee you that was said. That was definitely going on. And worst of all is they didn't listen to the author's suggestions. Disgusting. I get it. You guys bought the IP. You guys bought the license. So technically, you legally have the rights to do whatever you want. But like, as far as like from an ethical standpoint, business ethics, whatever, that's disgusting. That is so disgusting that you would do that. And it's stupid on top of that. Like, you had this guy's massive fan base ready to go, and you shit the bed. Let's see what Andrzej had to say. Sapkowski was asked at Vienna Comic-Con last week if he's given Netflix any feedback, and he replied with a laugh. Maybe. I gave them some ideas, but they never listened to me. But it's normal. He then broke into an impression of a Netflix executive and said dismissively, "Who's this? It's a writer. It's nobody." I don't doubt that. I believe him 100%. I think he's telling the truth. Netflix absolutely deserves to crash and burn. The show deserves to be canceled and put out of its misery. They wasted such a great opportunity for what? For what? Why did Lauren Hessrich get this job? She did a terrible job. It's funny that Sapkowski said that he gave suggestions to Netflix and they didn't listen, when Lauren Hessrich said this.
I kept going back to what is most important when I talked to the author, Andrzej Sapkowski. What is most important in the books to him? And he said, please keep the spirit of the stories. Please make sure that the tone of the stories that I wanted to tell, the sort of fractured fairy tales at the beginning.
You lying ass bitch.
It's a shame because, in my opinion, the Witcher books are way better than the Game of Thrones books. And there's no game, I guess, but this show could have been bigger and could have been better than Game of Thrones if they just would have followed the source material, or at least adapted it in a way that was true to the source material. Even if they had to change some things, people will understand that, okay? You can't keep everything the same. You can't keep everything in. We get that. But you did not stay true to Sapkowski's vision, to his themes, to what he wanted from his series. You didn't. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It could have been better than Game of Thrones, dude. Ugh. I thought Game of Thrones ended well, but, it was pretty big there for a while. But alas, they doomed themselves. We shan't speak of blood origins. Don't look at it. Don't think about it. There's no blood origins. That's not a thing. It's good that The Witcher has been put out of its misery. Hopefully, in the future, however, if it's even a possibility, I don't know. I don't know the intricacies of IP laws and buying licenses and stuff. Hopefully, somebody out there with a ton of money who wants to make some more money off of production pays Sapkowski a ton of money to get the license to his IP and make a good adaptation of this beautiful world. Dark, grim, gritty, violent, great. And they make a bundle of money off of this adaptation. I hope that happens. And I hope it is not so far in the future that we can't get Henry Cavill, because I would love to see Henry Cavill as Geralt of Rivia in a good adaptation of The Witcher, because he is phenomenal as Geralt. He's so good. And I want to see him. It'd be great if he was executive producer, honestly. Like, forget Warhammer. I mean, don't forget it because it's cool, but that's not looking good either. But it would be great if he was the executive producer. In my mind, if I could just wave a magic wand and get what I wanted, yeah. Henry Cavill, executive producer, budget he needs, whatever, not just make a good Witcher show. That's it. That's all I want. That's my dream. Please help me make my dream come true. That's really all I got. Such a letdown. So disappointing. Like, it's such a great series. We could have had a great show and just could have kept building this amazing franchise. Instead, we got this cheap, poorly written, pathetic excuse of an adaptation, which there is no excuse for, again, because you had a mountain of source material and a man playing your lead character who was extremely intimate with that material. Netflix, you guys are morons. Lauren Hessrich, you're a moron. You guys dropped the ball and ran this show into the ground. Good job. That's all I got to say on the subject. I'm glad it's getting canceled. Like, put it out of its misery. Let me know what you guys think. Comment. Let me know how sad you are. I'm sad, not that it's getting canceled, but that they ruined the potential for this Witcher show. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.